The AK model. AK model is one of the model which is an endogenous model. What do we mean by the model being endogenous? It means that the reason for the growth of output and capital is defined within the model. So we studied that Solow and Swan model. It's called Solow-Swan model together. They derived it together. And Harrod-Domar model also actually were exogenous model. Solow model showed that technological change is something that derives growth, but it did not tell how this technological change takes place, what affects this technological change. So the growth of technology was not determined within the model, that was exogenous. Better technology definitely increases output, but it also creates more investment opportunity. So more output, more investment, also implies that more capital, but also implies that there is diminishing return. This is what the Solow model suggested. Endogenous growth model try to make endogenous the driving force of growth. So they define within the model what is the reason of growth. The AK model. Now, the AK model basically is dependent on a very simple equation, which is y is equal to AK. That's the simplest equation of the AK model. It has constant marginal product of capital. So the marginal product of capital is given by how output changes when capital changes. And if you go ahead and check here, so dy by dk is simply A. It changes by the amount of technology. Now notice that unlike the Solow model where we had diminishing returns to capital, here we have a constant returns to capital. Here marginal product from capital is constant. So because we have constant returns to capital, unlike diminishing returns to capital, long run growth is in fact possible because your production function is now a line instead of a concave curve. So this is y is equal to AK. You can take y here and you can take k here. And this is the investment which took place, which is nothing but some proportion of y. And this is depreciation, which is nothing but some proportion of capital. And the gap between these two is nothing but the net investment, which is always positive. So unlike the Solow model where change in K or the net investment became zero after a point, because SK and delta K, so SY, sorry, and delta K, they were meeting. So it became, here at this point, at this capital, SY was equal to delta K. So investment was equal to depreciation and the capital stopped to grow. Unlike that, here there is always a positive gap between investment and depreciation and the capital continuously keeps on growing. So suppose that technology depends on past investment. That is, the process of investment generates new ideas, knowledge and training. Now, please see here that we have started making technology like an endogenous process. We are trying to define the technology and the growth of technology endogenously. Unlike the Solow model, where we stated that technology is going to grow at the rate G, but why it is going to grow was not defined. We just stated that technology is growing. Unlike that case, here we are not doing this. here we are clearly defining the reason that technology basically depends on past investment. Whenever you invest money, it generates new ideas, it generates knowledge, it generates learning, which means that the technology grows. So the AK model actually gives a reason as to why technology grows in the first place. Now, supposedly, you're given that A is equal to K to the power beta. Why K? K because we said that technology depends on investment. And how do you show investment? You show investment by capital. So we go ahead and we say that, you know, my technology is a function of capital to the power beta, where this beta is some constant which is greater than 0. Now, if we consider the Cobb-Douglas production function, we have y is equal to a, k to the power alpha, L to the power 1 minus beta. And we can very well go ahead and replace this A with K to the power beta. And if we replace this here, we will go ahead and get K to the power beta. And this part will come as it is. So into K to the power alpha, L to the power 1 minus alpha. Since here K is same, I can add the powers together and I can get output as a function of capital and labor. So you will notice that technology has been brought within the model. Technology has become endogenous. We are trying and defining technology within the model, and hence the name endogenous growth model. Now, if you go ahead and assume that so this alpha plus beta, this is 1. So you will get y is equal to k into L to the power 1 minus alpha. And when you will find dy by dk, you will simply get L to the power 1 minus alpha. And this is actually a constant because whenever we differentiate with respect to capital, we hold labor constant. So we can say that the marginal product of capital is constant. And this is what our entire scenario is in the AK model, that we have constant returns to capital, to factor. Unlike the Solow model, where we had diminishing returns to capital, here we have constant returns to capital. So assuming A, technology, as a function of capital is Kane Arrow's learning by doing papers. So you keep learning, you keep investing in the right set of innovations, you learn from it, and that leads to a better technology. Intuition is that learning about technology prevents marginal product to decline. So every time that the additional output, so when does marginal product decline? When output is increasing but at a decreasing rate, right? But now we are saying every time it's about to decline, all of a sudden there is a new technology which avoids this from declining, which stops this from declining. Now, let's go ahead and consider this in the growth diagram also. You can consider that supposedly the population is also growing. You can consider that S into Y is the investment. This is delta plus N, which is the, depreciation of the capital. And the distance between these two represents the growth in capital per worker. So we already know that growth in capital per worker is SY minus delta minus N. We are just trying to, this is your, this is your investment in plus N into K. This is your depreciation. You're just trying to show the distance between these two as the growth. Now, one problem that we really have with this kind of production function that we just created by making technology endogenous is that if you notice, this has increasing returns to scale. Why? If you go ahead and multiply, replace L by TL and K by TK, you will see that you will get T into L into T to the power 1 minus alpha, alpha into L to the power 1 minus alpha. So when base are same, power gets added. So it will be T to the power 1 plus 1 minus alpha into L to the power, this is K, into K into L to the power 1 minus alpha. And you will notice that this is T to the power 2 minus alpha, and definitely 2 minus alpha is greater than 1, right? So as long as alpha is less than 1, which is true. So basically, you definitely have this power greater than 1, and hence it is increasing returns to scale. So please understand, when we were talking about solo model, we had diminishing returns to capital and constant returns to scale. When we're talking about the AK model, we have constant returns to capital, but increasing returns to scale. When you double your labor and capital, output will be more than double. So, now, which is a good thing. You might think that increasing returns to scale is better. But one thing that's an issue here in the AK model is that if it is increasing returns to scale, then this can only be there with large firms that dominate the market. If we want many firms to exist, that can only exist under CRS. Only under CRS we can have a situation which is perfect competition. But if we have IRS, we will have a kind of situation which is close to monopoly, duopoly, oligopoly. So there are few large firms in the market. So here also, when we have increasing returns to scale, doubling labor and capital more than doubles output, then there are only few firms which will be able to take advantage, and only few firms will dominate the market. So we won't have perfect competition that will exist in the market. We'll have imperfect competition that will exist in the market. So one issue that you might come up with in the AK model is that large firms will dominate and perfect competition will not exist. So one solution of this is to go ahead and assume, and this is important, assume that feedback from investment to A is external to the firm. What does this mean? This means that